If someone whispers your name at 3 in the morning, and you are absolutely sure you are alone in the house, never open the door. Raven Hollow was the kind of town people forgot on purpose. It still existed on old maps, but no one talked about it anymore. Those who once lived near it avoided the name, as if saying it out loud might wake something up. Ethan Miller never planned to come here. He was a freelance video editor working on online documentaries. Horror stories were just content to him, something to watch, not something to live. After his mother died, a letter arrived. Old paper, faded ink. The handwriting looked shaky, almost scared. "The house in Raven Hollow is waiting for you." That was all. A week later, legal documents confirmed it. A house had been transferred to Ethan's name. The address made his chest tighten. Raven Hollow. The town his mother escaped as a child. The place she never explained. The place she warned him about only once. Some things there never sleep. 3 days later, Ethan drove into the town. The streets were empty, stores were closed, windows were dusty and dark, the air smelled like wet wood and old soil. The house recognized him. That was the first thought that crossed his mind. Peeling white paint, deep scratches on the front door like someone had dragged their nails across it. Ethan laughed nervously. "Get a grip," he said to himself. He stepped inside. The air was freezing. No power. No air conditioning. Yet his breath turned white. The moment his foot touched the floor, he felt it. Someone breathing behind him. He turned. Nothing. The first night he didn't sleep. At exactly 3:16 in the morning, a sound echoed through the hallway. Thump, thump, thump. Bare footsteps. Slow. Careful. The second night, he tried to record the sound on his phone. The recording was nothing but static. The third night, the footsteps stopped outside his bedroom door. Silence. Then, knock, knock. A voice whispered his name. "Ethan." It was a woman's voice, his mother's voice, his body locked in place. His mind screamed that it wasn't real. Grief, stress, imagination. Then the whisper changed. "Open the door, sweetheart. I'm alone." A shadow slid under the door. Its shape was wrong. Too tall. The neck stretched far longer than any human's should be. Ethan backed away and hit the bed, falling hard. The knocking stopped. Morning came. Nothing outside the door, except scratches on the wooden floor. Words carved deep. "You will leave, too." Ethan searched Old Town records that afternoon. Every 20 years, a family vanished in Raven Hollow. No bodies, no signs of struggle, just an empty house left behind. And every time, one family member returned first. That night, the basement door opened on its own. Cold air poured out like a breath. From below, the voice returned. "Now it's your turn." Ethan grabbed a flashlight and stepped onto the stairs. One step, two. At the last step, the flashlight died. In the darkness, something grabbed his hand. It wasn't cold. It was dead. And in that moment, Ethan understood the truth. The house didn't bring him here to kill him. It brought him here to replace someone. The basement smelled like rot and old wood. Ethan's flashlight flickered as he descended the steps. The air was thick, almost alive, as if the house itself was breathing. At the bottom, the shadow moved closer. Its long, pale fingers gripped the railing. Ethan's heart pounded in his chest, but he forced himself forward. Then he saw it, a figure, hunched, shivering, wrapped in a torn blanket. "Mom?" he whispered. The figure turned. It wasn't his mother. Her eyes, they were hollow, black voids. Her mouth opened unnaturally wide, like she was screaming from inside, but no sound came out. Suddenly, Ethan's memory flashed back. The letters, the warnings, the old photos hidden in the attic. His mother had tried to warn him. She had survived something in Raven Hollow, something that lived in the shadows, something that took families and replaced them. The shadow reached out again. Ethan stumbled back. tripping over old boxes, his flashlight rolling across the floor. Light fell on a wall of old mirrors, and in every reflection he saw not himself, but a dozen different versions of him, all trapped, all screaming silently. A whisper crawled across the room. "Join us!" The voices of those who had disappeared before. The room was full of echoes, of laughter, cries, and desperate pleas. Ethan's mind screamed to run, but the basement door slammed shut. The shadows in the corners stretched toward him, twisting, reaching. One of them grabbed his ankle. Pain, cold, and then silence. When he opened his eyes, he was no longer alone. A figure appeared at the doorway, his mother, her real face this time, pale and tired. She whispered, "You have to leave, before it claims you, like it claimed me." Before he could ask how, a wall of darkness surged toward him. Ethan ran blindly, tripping over debris. He reached the stairs. The shadow followed. He barely made it out of the basement. The front door slammed behind him. But as he looked back, the house seemed alive. He found the old library, dust thick on every surface. Ancient books lined the shelves. Ethan flipped through a ledger, names, dates, families, vanishing every 20 years. And then he saw it, Miller, his family, generation after generation, all trapped in the house, replaced by something else. He realized the truth. The house didn't just consume people, it copied them. Shadows that left the basement were not real people. They were echoes, puppets, stitched from fear, grief, and life energy. A sudden, cold breath brushed his neck. Ethan turned. A shadow figure stood in the doorway. It had his face, but the eyes were black, hollow, lifeless. "You can't leave," it whispered in his own voice. "You belong here now." Panic surged. Ethan ran, but every street looked the same. Every turn led back to the house. It was impossible, trapped in a loop. Back at the house, the front door opened on its own. Something drew him inside. The basement stairs, waiting. He descended. The shadows coalesced. Whispers of every vanished family filled the air. A chorus of the trapped, a symphony of horror. Then he saw her, his mother, not the shadow, real her. "I tried. I couldn't stop it," she said, trembling. "The house chooses who survives and who replaces." Ethan shook his head. "No, I'll fight." She looked at him, eyes wide with terror. "Some things in Raven Hollow don't let you fight back." A sudden pull dragged him into the wall. Pain, screaming, darkness. He felt himself splitting. Two Ethans, one in the light, one in shadow. The shadow Ethan smiled. Finally, a new guardian. The real Ethan tried to scream, but no sound came. He was trapped inside the house, inside himself, and the shadows of all the families, watching, waiting. From somewhere above, a faint whisper reached him. "Next time, it will be worse." The house sighed. Windows shifted. Roof breathed. Raven Hollow was patient, and it had all the time in the world.